Me and my grandma was eating fried pork chops and Tahitian treat every day. I'll be like, what we having?
Tahitian treat?
Hey, it's like
You gotta drink that once a year. Because the sugar,
hey, that was her stuff.
it's
Me
a
and her,
treat.
we would read books, and she would be like, "You want a fried pork chop? Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, I want a fried pork chop. Please make me a fried pork chop." And that was every day.
Every day?
Every day. That's what those generations are different. You want a salmon croquette, fried chicken,
Salmon
fried pork
croquette?
chop?
You had salmon croquettes too?
Yeah, that was
Nobody
different.
really knows what that is anymore. I don't like the smell of like food, and the food ain't nowhere around. It smells like grease.
I moved into my grandmother's unit, like down in Parade Park, and like the walls were like tinted a different color.
Please.
From all the cooking. Like I'm telling you, like she had one of those stoves that was as tall as the ceiling. And so all of the walls, because the stove was so tall, were completely brown. I'm talking about brown from all the grease and from all the good times in that kitchen. I was like, I can smell it. I can still smell it. It's crazy.
I can smell the spades games. I can smell the dominoes.
You're not playing if you're not
slammed.
slamming it. If you're not slamming it, you're not really playing. Like, what are we really doing? You're not playing if you're not slamming it down. I'm talking the table needs to reverberate.
I can smell the arguments, drunken arguments with uncles.
Oh, yeah.
About nothing.
Grandmas are good for telling you the same story over and over again.
I can feel my leg sticking to the plastic.
Yeah.
Because we got to protect the fabric. See? These unnecessary pillows.
Oh, man, those pillows allow you to get lost. The pillows allow you to get lost in the experience, and you're just...
Oh.
Yeah.
What was that? Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Kimology, and you're tuned in to Kimology because that's the name of the show. Today, all right, everyone, if you're at home, if you're at your job, okay, I need you to focus your eyes on this man, this lovely black man with this turtleneck on, as if he's going to drop an R&B album today.
Ooh, yeah.
You hear the vocals, dadgummit. He is an artist here in Kansas City, okay? He raps, right? He's a poet. He does, yeah, and Good Morning is my favorite song. I just want you to know that. Thank you. Also, he's a content creator. I know you've seen him. Because he makes these videos with food reviews while I'm at work and I'm hungry, right? And I'd be wanting to cuss you out because you make it look good. You make it look good, sir. Yeah. You make the fixings look good. The way you eat it. It's like I just want to eat it right then. This man! He's just so wonderful. He's so talented. And he is just really making waves here in the Kansas City area. Please give it up for our guy. He's the epitome, but he's Glenn! Glenn! I love your hat.
Thank you so
it's
much.
Really cool. And your pants are checkered. Let's play checkers. Let's play checkers on your caps. I don't know. Hi, Glenn.
I'm excited to be here. I'm a big fan of Kimology.
Oh, don't you make me tender.
Just say it.
Don't you make
big
me
fan.
tender.
I told you. We were out in the street and I told you. I ran up on you and told you.
Don't say out in the street.
Well, at the show, at the street. I mean, it was outside
We
at
were
Lemonade
outside.
Park. It was. I mean, that pretty close to a street.
Yeah.
And I was just telling you. I'm like, you're her. I'm a fan.
Because why do I remember that day? I mean, it was like just a few months ago, but stay focused.
It's like maybe just having a good time. Just having a good time, that's all.
But you were so inspiring that day. And I was like, you were like, you need to keep going. The people are waiting for you. And I was like, Glenn, I'm tired. I just need a break.
We all are tired.
We're tired. But you really inspired me in that moment. And for you to be just on the rise when it comes to just food reviews.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And I'm so proud of you for just, I mean, you're a creative person, but just finding different niches to gravitate to, and you're really taking off, especially with the food review.
Going crazy.
It's I'm like, oh my God, I don't know, I'm just so excited. It's like watching your cousin, like
Yeah. 87. 87.
It's 87. If you were born in 87,
You
like
good
we
with me.
were,
You good
it
with
is you're a cool kid. I don't know. If you were born in other years, not so much. I feel sorry for you.
Look, I was out on Saturday, Friday, and like this lady was like,
I know you lying.
like secretly, like trying to record me, like secretly.
Doing what?
Like I was just making candles, man. I was just making a candle, and so I just walked up on her. I said, "Let me see your phone." She was like, "What? Let me see your phone." I took
Don't
it.
play stupid.
I took it and I flipped it around, and it was her mom. And she was just like, "I'm such a big fan. I've been waiting."
Are you
Oh my God! That sounds
okay.
so crazy. And then they're just like, "We all watch you. And she puts you in the group chat every day." And I was just showing her that I was here with you, and I wanted her to see. And so then I was like, "Let's take a picture." And they're just like, "Oh, we'll go make your candle. We'll take a picture after this." And I was just like, "Yeah, it was so cute, man." Because I'm telling you, if you could have seen her, she's just.
See, she's like, Mom,
Mom, look, the film.
it's Sam. Good dude.
And I'm like,
Epitome of Sam.
Wait.
That's
And
so
was
sweet.
like, she recording me? What's going on?
Oh
Huh?
my God.
Yeah, man, so it's really cool, man.
Can we talk about this? Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
So what made you start doing food reviews? Because, you know, everybody's doing it. Keith Lee,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like it's like a new thing that people are doing, but what made you tap into that space?
Right. So I originally started in like 2017 before there was any like reels or anything like that.
Okay.
I would go to gas stations and we would be like, this is around when Rap Snacks dropped the Migos chips for the first time.
Okay.
And I'll be at the gas station like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you gotta try these, you know? And I'd be at like Starbucks, just dropped the lemon loaf. Oh, this is crazy, right?
Yes.
And then it was me and my friend Bunny, and I was like, no one's ever gonna get into this, right? Yeah, let's quit, you know? So we stopped. I made like maybe 5-6 videos, and people were all loving it. Oh, this is hilarious, you know? And then in 2020, I had a friend, his name is Corn. And Corn was like, dude, for some reason I was on your page and I found this video from 2017 and you're doing a food review. This is amazing. He's like, you should do this. And I was like, all right, man, cool, let's do it. So then this is when TikTok first came out. And it's like, let's take popular TikTok trends and make them at home and review them. So we shot a bunch of it. And then it was during COVID. And he had beat cancer twice, and then he caught COVID, and it took him out. So, you know, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Unfortunately, I love him to death, but I know, you know, he's doing better now.
Yeah.
So all of the videos were on his laptop. Couldn't get them off, but I found the logo. He made the logo.
Okay.
So I found the logo, and I found like a 1-minute like preview that he had made. You know, and then I'm like, I'm never doing this again. You know. And then 2022. I made this project, and I thought it was the best thing I've ever made. It's called Trap TED Talk, right? And I haven't put it out yet. It's amazing. Like, I got all the best instrumentalists, you know, like any vocalist, like every song is like just like beautiful. All instruments, you know, Joe Black mastered it.
Okay.
Like, I worked on it for like a year and a half, right?
Nice.
So then I'm like, I'm going to put this out and 5 people are going to hear it. So what I decided was in 2023, everything that I ever said that I was going to do, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
2023 was what I called the year of being selfish. And that word gets a bad connotation because people are like, usually is just categorized as a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not going to not help my friends, but I'm going to focus on my goals. I'm always someone who puts everyone else first.
Yeah.
You know, I got a team of people around me, and I'm like, well, they're going to be fine. They're going to be the reason. I'm going to get them out. I'm going to use my talents to push them ahead.
Yeah.
And so in 2023, I said, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to make excuses because what happens as a creative, oh, it's not perfect. Oh, I don't have a visual to go with it. Oh, I don't have a rollout. Oh, I don't have all these things. So I dedicated myself to learning more about marketing, content creation. And then I was like, well, the first thing that I'm going to do that'll help me learn a lot is get back into my food review bag. I said I was going to do it. I copped out because my friend is gone, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I started, and Kim, it was bad. The beginning of my journey is really bad. Listen, you can go back and see it. It was horrible. Like, I used to be like sitting my phone on cups to record myself, I would be like, I didn't have I had my hands be all like, I wouldn't even be talking about what it tastes like. I'd be like, hey man, yeah, I really like this, get into it,
Please,
And so
quit.
I'm serious. It was really bad. Like at the end of this, I'm going to show you, you're going to laugh.
Okay.
It's bad. I would be walking in, I'd have my music hella loud, just like trying to promote my songs. And my logo was like this big on the side.
Don't do that.
And then like, I'm just like, I wasn't even biting anything. I was like, oh yeah, it was good because it's gone, And so probably like, because I am, if anything, I'm very stubborn.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not going to quit. And so then maybe 3 to 6 months in, one of my friends is a videographer. He's like, you really got something with this. I was like, you really think so? He's like, yeah. He's like, you're really bad, but the character's really good. He was like, but you don't know anything about lighting. He's like, the reason your videos look so bad is because you don't know anything about lighting and angles. And so I'm like, well, are you going to just tell me or are you going to help me, nigga?
Right.
Like, what's up? Bring me in. Are you here to just clown me?
Help me, sir. Please.
So he just some real basic things, This is how you do this. He took my phone. Hey, this is how you do that. This is better. He was like, put your phone higher when you're recording. Get a bigger object. Carry something. With this, putting it on the cup is crazy, man. You can't even see your whole face.
I think it's resourceful.
Right? So then another one of my friends was like, hey, your timing's really bad. So what you mean? She's like, your video's showing some chicken, but you're talking about the fish. And now your joke isn't hidden because So through that, the character was built and I started making the catchphrases, all those things. And next thing you know, I found myself like loving like the community. Yeah. Like as the Epitome, I always wore a mask because that was my thing, because I have social anxiety. So the mask allows me to feel like I can be me, but that part of my character is only so much you can see because that character's serious. The person that I built to be all the traits that I don't have was the Epitome. He's like, oh, he's confident, he's brash, he's bold, he's aggressive, things that most people wouldn't think about me. I put all of them in this character that I made. But that is only a certain part of you, allowing myself to be Glenn is what I think opened the door for all this. So I
didn't know that's why you wore the mask.
Yeah, man. The mask, man. You can't judge someone, you don't know who's under the mask committing crime, you don't know. It could be anybody. You take that mask off, it could be Martha Stewart. It could be anybody under there.
Please.
But once I remove that, there's so many other facets of my personality that I'm able to do. And probably end of 2023, I'm like, all right, no more masks. I did a little bit probably at the top of the year because I had these really decorative ones made. Like I had like gemstones and flowers. So I was like, all right, but then I'm like, we're not going to do that anymore. I'm going to just focus on, because all those traits that I put over there were things that I had. Yeah. It's just that you got to believe it. You got to tell yourself until you believe it. So then it was all to push myself. And then it became like a part of my identity, my DNA. I just literally am outside with people and I find myself just like, I've been denying this person that I am for all these years because I was nervous, I was scared, and once I become that and people see it, then they rally behind you.
Who are you afraid of?
Are people gonna like this? We as creatives,
right.
Man, my friends are telling me it's good, but the people aren't telling me that it's good. Yeah. I'm looking at these numbers, I'm looking at these statistics, and mind you, as artists, we usually do bad jobs at marketing. Most creatives I know, we do so much on this end that we don't really do a lot on that end. So a lot of the failure that I experienced was never because of the product, but it was because of the actual, like marketing of the product. Yeah. I'm just like, hey, here's this thing, everyone should love it, right? So the food reviews allowed me to learn how, at first I had an identity crisis because the food reviews were doing good and the music wasn't. And then I looked at it and I said, how often am I posting the food reviews in comparison to how often I'm posting the rap? Right. So maybe that's a sign that if you posted your rap as much as you posted the food reviews, people would like it. Yeah. But how many times does it take for something to click. You know, they say it's like 13 times that someone has to see it before it becomes like ingrained. If I'm posting my rap once a month, it would take someone 13 months to see something 13 times and decide if they love it or not.
Exactly.
So, I just found myself outside, and I realized that this thing was able to help people, and it just gave me this other side of myself that I've never really experienced, because I'm always inside helping my friends and pushing them, and it just allowed me to really just capture a different part of myself that you know I didn't know I wanted to have out there. You know, so man, it was just literally a humbug. I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it.
But that's so crazy that, first of all, just you being afraid, that piece, because we get so, I mean, I would have never known that. What I love so much is your consistency. It is out of this world. And like I said, every time I see your food reviews, I get very happy, I get very excited for you, and I get very hungry.
They're effective.
I want to know how you are able to do, I'm sure there's a method to it, because I feel like if I did food reviews all the time, I would probably gain 200 pounds. How do you balance food reviews and health and, you know, making sure like that's in moderation? Because I know me, I just feel like, especially being older now.
I do 3 a week.
Okay.
And then on the other days, you have to do better with what you're eating.
Yeah.
Or you're going to die.
Don't say
it. Well, I'm just saying, like, as a person who's already a bit more, you know, if I was to eat like that every day, I'd be Big Mama on soul food.
Please.
I like my arm now. Like my arm now. Oh my God, give this candle.
Don't you?
This candle, I can't feel it.
I'm not.
So, you know, I try to eat very clean. I fast, you know, like, just saying. Yo, take my leg, man.
No, we don't want your leg amputated.
It's a prosthetic.
Off ribs. Okay.
I said, I'm not gonna give up these food reviews. Take the leg.
No, you will give it up. We're not gonna have you losing. What are you doing?
I'm burning my arm. I can't feel it.
Can you please?
I can't.
You didn't burn your arm.
I can't. You
are not Big Mama. Can you please come back? Come back to this interview, please. Quit channeling Big Mama. She's gone.
We're
never gonna get through this. I love the food reviews and I love your voice, because it's like, hey.
Look, I went on this date, right? And the girl goes, "You had 15 seconds. If you would have done that voice, I would have walked out."
Really?
I was like, so you came on a date with a guy whose voice could have potentially sounded like that?
She has to love you and like you for who you are.
You knew what this was.
Yeah,
you knew.
I
was like, I should go ahead and whip it up right now.
Yeah.
I should go ahead and give it to you right now. I was like,
you should have. And
I don't talk like that.
You can't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to. This is a date.
I thought it was funny, man.
You should have did it.
She was very serious. It was hilarious.
You can't come today and tell me what to do. Did she know who you are?
I was like, I'm gonna put the deep voice on you, babe.
You didn't tell her to scram. I don't care about anything. But I love the voice. The voice is, hey, it's your boy. And I'm here. Steak and Shake. Have you had it yet? It sounds like In a World. Like you're doing Jurassic Park with food.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so great and it's so entertaining.
So I just met with Hot 103 on Thursday.
Okay.
And we're gonna do segments on Fridays.
Are you really?
Yeah. We're still like talking it out. They don't have the title yet, but it's gonna be like Hood Dude Food Review Fridays, you know? And we're just gonna highlight restaurants and stuff like that. Like, so super cool, man. Just happened.
I'm just so excited that you just literally were like, I'm going to do this. And you just stepping out of your own way, the way that the doors have just been opening for you. That is crazy.
But, you know, and this is my ethos. I tell people all the time, you know, if you commit to something, whatever it is, for a year, and you're consistent, and whatever you do, you hold yourself completely accountable. You might not be at 1 million, you know what I mean? But you're going to see a follower, a group of true followers. If you are committed to yourself and to your brand for a year, you'll see it. You know what I mean? And you'll be like, okay. Because the first year, I told you, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing. But then it would be like 2024 starts and it's like I'm outside and it's like, you're that one dude, huh?
Right.
I was like, yeah. You know, that's the beginning. You know, you're like, yeah. Mid-year, you know, I had been saying if I can't figure it out, I'm gonna stick with my career. You know, I'm gonna focus more on my actual career.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like mid-year, I was like, it's getting crazy outside.
Yes.
So I'm very much just a huge pusher of whatever it is. If you do it for a year and you stick to it and you don't stop, you're consistent no matter what. If you say you're gonna drop on Tuesday, put it out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
I can attest to that because I was doing podcasting with my friend and then he moved away. And then I did it by myself, but I didn't like just the audio of it all and it just being me. I'm like, this is whack. I don't want to, And my friends were like, we want to see your face. So I was like, okay, let me create a show, a platform for Black artists because I feel like there's not enough. I literally did that for like a year, and that's when the People's Choice Awards came. I got that. There was a Woman of Courage award for like Delta Sigma Theta that, I'm like, what? This is what? Me? This is weird.
Of course you.
I know, but
Of course you.
It's like,
but that's just everybody. Of course it's you.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, we never want to make that commitment.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what we convince ourselves out of it, you know? And next thing you know, you're doing something else.
Yeah.
You know, like I was talking to Darren about it when I came in. It's like, how many things have I done since I started? You know, how many things have I tried? You know, and it's like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pick these things and I'm gonna do it. The whole time I've been doing this, I've been in the studio every 2 weeks. We didn't stop. You know, people, you stopped. Actually, no, I have the most music I've ever had in my whole life because I'm like, this is gonna carry me. So people quit asking you, hey, when's that project gonna drop?
Yeah.
Now they won't ask me where I'm gonna go eat at.
Yeah.
So it allowed me to completely focus on my artistry. So that way I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm getting better. I'm progressing. Like, I'm not worried about the drop.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, this is some of the best music I've ever made.
Yeah.
Because I get to completely live with it. I don't have to worry. I'm not stressing.
Absolutely.
Because I have other things that are coming out.
Yeah. And I love the latest EP.
It's fun. People didn't know I had emotions.
It's all right. It's okay. I love Good Morning. That's my favorite song. And I love the singers that you chose for this album. Aaron Alexander, Messiah. Like, you have some really good singers on this. Like, I feel like with rappers, sometimes.
You know what we do.
Sometimes
we do.
singers.
You just put them on there.
Yeah, like my cousin, my cousin Tyrone, he can sing. Let me put it. It's like, ooh, no, Tyrone shouldn't have been on this album.
Studio gangster.
Yeah, it's okay. But it sounds really good.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it.
I can't wait to let you hear the other stuff, man. It's really crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, man. We have I got J Soul, Carlton Rashad.
Okay.
Trez Jones. You haven't heard him? He's
I feel like I have. Maybe not. I don't know. He's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, and then I got Desmond Mason produced the whole project. Amber Flutie Nastiness is a feature.
Yes.
Ernest Melton, Tim Ogutu plays the bass on it and the guitar. Like, it's a Kansas City All-Star album.
This album sounds like it's
incredible.
I don't know. It just sounds very eclectic. I don't know if it's just your typical.
It's not.
Okay, can I just? Okay.
Come on.
I just, I'm from here, right?
Yeah.
But some of the rap, like, hey,
I
don't like that! Oh my God, I can't.
Art Cause, I was down on the Speedy's liquor. You feel me? Meet me at the Humdingers, cuz. Well, I don't. When you think about, like, for example, like the Bay, they have a sound, right? There's someone who created that sound.
Yeah.
The Gritter sound. It's Rich the Factor. And Fat Tone, the people they look up to, that's how they rap, so it's like, that's how we're gonna be. But there is an underground layer of other artists that are making and creating new sounds. But it's just, the people love that, like they love the Gritter music. They like that, it's just part of what like our DNA is here. But it's pushing through. There's new artists pushing through.
But I love people that go against the grain though, and they don't just gravitate to that particular style that is kind of the foundation here. It just sounds with this next project that you're doing that it's going to be really eclectic, and I can respect artists that go against what everybody deems as like Kansas City rap.
Right, for sure.
It's very international sounding, So.
Well, the big difference for me is like I got a room full of writers too. It wasn't just like I wrote my verse, but then when we get to the hooks and the bridges, because there's a bridge on every song, right? I'm like, this is what I wrote. Writers, what you got?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Instrumentalists, I bring them in. I'm like, I left this gap for you. It's like a minute. I'm like, yeah, go crazy. We're going to record it 5 times. And then we went through and sifted through all the instruments, you know what I mean? Because I wanted it to be like a collection of artists being artists. I want to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wrote this. Now go make it yours.
Yeah.
Add more to it. This is the bones.
Yeah.
Build it. Get your writing credit, girl.
I love that. I just adore you. You were the
What a
cousin.
time to be alive.
You're the cousin I didn't know that I had. Because,
You got me now, though. Good luck getting rid of me.
We're locked
I'll
in.
be with crab leg.
I just, I'm just so proud.
Thank you.
I really do. I get excited to see us really making waves.
Yeah.
In different arenas here. It makes me so happy.
It's coming. You only got about a few more years before
What do you mean?
Kansas City's going to be like one of those places that they talk about. You know, we're on the way.
Yeah.
And just the small things that have happened just with the Chiefs, just with the World Cup coming, you know, there's been more people getting recognized, more things happening. Like there's a few people that won Grammys on Chris Brown's album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got a couple artists that have moved on and went to go tour with like I believe Harv is with Justin Bieber on tour. You know, so more recognition, more people are being recognized. So it's only gonna be a matter of time. You know, we're just waiting for these moments where people realize how much talent is truly in this city.
Yeah.
And it's coming. Celebrities are moving here. Stuff's happening.
They are moving here. Wait, we have to mention that you were just recognized. It was a digital creator
Influencer of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I didn't win. Kansas City Places M won.
Okay.
But I did get put in Kansas City Magazine for that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on page 65.
Yeah, and you are, and I saw that. I was like,
yeah. It's really crazy because a lot of them have been doing it for so much longer. You know, but when the lady was interviewing me, she was like, how does it feel to be an influencer? I'm not an influencer. She was like, what? I was like, they categorize this as that. I was like, I would never, this could never be my life. I'm way more than an influence. You know, like people love that. You know, oh, I'm an influencer. That's cool. It's great to have influence, but I'm a creative before I'm an influencer. I just happen to have some influence. You know, and a lot of people focus on that. That's not my focus. I want to build, you know, in the community with the people. Like it's not, you know, that's why I'm in the trenches. People see me. I'm in the kitchen. I'm in there. Like, you said your name was who? Hey, I mean, you did a good job, bro. I'm in there, like, shit. I'll be in the kitchen with them. I'm like, dang, how'd you make that? Oh, that's crazy.
They let you back there?
Let me back there. I feel like I live in these kitchens, man. Yeah. Yeah. Some places don't. Like, there's been a few that have been, but a lot of times, yeah, I'm back there.
So how do you, before we go, how do you go about that process? Like, do you make a phone call in advance, or do you just show up and be like, hey, I would like to do a review?
It used to be the first year I was just paying for everything, and I would just go and randomly pop up, you know. In the second year, I just started reaching out to people because I was like, I'm not gonna pay for nothing no more.
Okay.
And then now it's to the point where I'm booked up until March 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, so literally.
Of this year or next year?
Well, this year. That'd be crazy for this year.
I'm just saying, you might be.
We're a month ahead, you know, we're a month ahead. And now I have emails, phone calls, DMs, you know, like there's probably, no exaggeration, 20 or 30 places that are like, all right, well, when you coming?
Yeah.
You know, so what gets me is when you know that I'm coming and you still mess up.
Oh, no.
Because I'm going to have to cook you, respectfully.
Oh,
I'm going to have to cook you. And it's like, you know, sometimes the owners don't come, you know, and I'm like, so I went to a place recently and the guy was swamped. It's not his fault. I came and put my order in and then 5 orders came through. He was by himself, you know? So, I mean, I still got to cook you, but I don't blame the cook. You, as the owner, you should have been there.
Yeah.
And, hey, let me help. You focus on this, or had another cook there, you know? So I people know now, but now things are getting bigger and I'm like monetized and I'm making money from just the reels and things of that nature. I can get back to surprising people popping up, you know, because it's not about the money. I just love what I do.
Yeah.
So
it's
so crazy.
You're definitely an influencer. You're definitely an inspiration, like I said, for people that are, you know, trying to find that niche, trying to find their own path to pave. You know what I mean? You have made such an impact on even on us that are already like trying.
I'm not trying. You're doing.
Don't inspire me. See, this is why you're an influencer. You are that lady. Was she a white lady? Doesn't matter. She was right. She was right about you.
Hey.
I'm so proud. Where can we find you on social media?
I am under the Hood Do Food Reviews everywhere, or the Epitome KC on everything.
Can you tell us just one? If you can give us just one slither of advice, just for creatives, because this is the focus.
Right.
For the month of March are men who are creative influencers.
Right.
And so, like, what is some advice that you would give to men that they have something, whether it's music, whether it's just some specific thing, like what advice would you give them to like push them to just create and to do?
Right.
Because sometimes, like you said, we're our own worst critic. We are in our own way. We are just overthinkers to the point where we don't do it at all.
Right.
So for all of us, but you know, for men out there too, like what would you?
One of the things that, especially here, but just in general, we have a tendency to wait for other people. We want to get that validation from our peers and our friends, right? So one thing that you hear is, oh, people don't want to collaborate. Oh, people don't want to work together. But I feel like the narrative isn't necessarily true. In the world, you have to build it, and then they're going to come. So the biggest thing that I would advise for any creative is don't focus on the people that are outside. You know, focus on yourself. Build it, and the people will come. And the important part about building is you have to understand that you might not always be the best yet. We are continuously developing. And one of the reasons why people might not want to work with you is you're still working on your craft. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And as you're working and building, the people around you will take notice. It took months. My mom, for example, she didn't tap in until someone called her and said, hey, have you ever heard of the Hood Do Food Reviews? And then she's like, oh, well, you know, oh, that's my son.
Oh my God.
But that's how it happened. It was a year or something into it. A year. That's my mom. You know, and I'm like, I'm thinking things are popping, right?
Yeah.
She don't think things are popping. Oh, he's just doing that thing. He's doing something else, you know.
He
always been doing something, right? So build it and they will come. Don't worry about the people that aren't wanting to work with you yet, because as you continue to build, they're going to be on your job. Because if you push and you don't stop, you're going to get where you want to go anyway. Don't worry about the validation.
Well, you inspired me like you did at Lemonade Park just a few months ago. And I'm just so glad that you came to sit with me on my couch.
It's a very comfy couch, by the way.
Thank you.
I like the pillows.
I have so many pillows, like somebody's young auntie, for no reason. Like, I don't even use them all. They're just here. Is that your favorite one? Okay.
Good pillow.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course, thank you for having me.
I'm just so proud of you. I can't say that.
Right.
I'm just
Thank
proud
you.
of you. Well, that concludes today's episode of Kimology. You guys have a wonderful day, evening, week, and keep blooming.
Good job.
That's a wrap!
Great job.
Thank you!